is our 12th lecture. In this lecture, we will discuss Murabaha contracts, Murabaha mode of finance. That is also very important. That is 75% operational exercise in Islamic banking sector. So this is also exercise in conventional banks, but the difference is only interest-based financing. So here, first, Murabaha mode of financing, interest, this is another interest-free mode of finance. Interest-free mode of finance. So Murabaha is a special kind of sale. Is a special kind of sale. That is according to Sharia. That is compliant with Sharia. In this mode of finance, the seller expressly highlights the cost of commodities which he has incurred and sells it out to another person by adding some profits or markup, which is known to the buyer. Simple word. Murabaha basically is a type of sale that is permitted in Sharia, according to Sharia. क्यों? In this type of Sharia, जो seller है, जो बैंक है, Islamic bank, expressly या explicitly वो प्रोडक्ट की कास्ट को हाईलाइट कर देता है. प्रोडक्ट की कास्ट को क्या कर देता है? हाईलाइट कर देता है और वो बता देता है कि इस कमोडिटी के लिए, इस प्रोडक्ट के लिए, इस मशीन के लिए इसकी सेल कॉस्ट कितनी है, इसके लिए मुझे कितनी कॉस्ट पे करना पड़ेगी, इस कमोडिटी के लिए मुझे कितनी कॉस्ट पे करना पड़ेगी, वो हाईलाइट कर देता है. और फिर थर्ड पार्टी को सेल कर, सेकंड पार्टी को सेल करता है विद मार्कअप, विद प्रॉफिट, बता देता है कि मैं इतना प्रॉफिट ले रहा हूँ. दैट इज नोन टू द बायर. नॉन प्रॉफिट बायर के साथ, बायर को बताकर ऐड करता है कि ये प्रॉफिट मैंने लेना है. एंड हियर द पेमेंट can be in cash, it can be in cash, but mostly in installment because this is the type of money. सिंपल वर्ड में सेलर क्या करता है, बायर के लिए बायर की रिक्वायरमेंट के मुताबिक कोई कमोडिटी बाय करता है जो उसको रिक्वायर्ड होती है, जो जिस क्वालिटी की, जिस क्वांटिटी में उसको रिक्वायर्ड होती है वो बाय करता है. बाय करने के बाद बता देता है इतनी कॉस्ट आएगी और इतना मैंने प्रॉफिट लेना है और बायर को सेल कर देता है इंस्टॉलमेंट के साथ. सबसे यहाँ पे इम्पोर्टेंट जो बात है, जो बायर है बैंक होता है, बैंक ये चीज ऑर्डर पे तैयार करवाता है, कॉस्ट बता देता है इतनी कॉस्ट आएगी. जरूरी है इसमें पहले बैंक खुद ऑनरशिप ले, ऑनरशिप के बाद ऑनरशिप ट्रांसफर करे. Okay, so this is the most popular riba-free, interest-free transaction rate. So in simple words, then we are going to comprehensive explanation that is also given here. Murabaha is an Islamic financing structure where an intermediary, that is bank, buys an assets from another party with free and clear title. बैंक किसी पार्टी से कोई प्रोडक्ट बाय करता है या बनवा लेता है. The intermediary and the the possible buyers agree upon a selling price, then can be made through a series of installment or as a lump sum payment. Mostly payment is in lump sum because it is the type of financing. Because buyers are unable to pay a price in cash, he needs financing. Bank finance the buyers. Bank works as intermediary, middleman to finance the buyer. Now we are going to explain further. So Murabaha mode of finance, Murabaha basically is an acceptable form of credit sale under Sharia. Murabaha basically is an acceptable form of credit sale. क्रेडिट सेल बेटा वही है जो कन्वेंशनल बैंक्स परफॉर्म करते हैं, लेकिन कन्वेंशनल बैंक क्या करते हैं, इंटरेस्ट ऐड कर लेते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, आप बैंक से गाड़ी लेते हैं, क्रेडिट सेल पे लेते हैं, क्रेडिट सेल करती है बैंक, आपको क्रेडिट सेल करता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल गाड़ी, बैंक गाड़ी बाय करता है, बाय करने के बाद आपकी इंस्टॉलमेंट में इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट ऐड कर देता है और बता देता है कि ये इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट जो है ना वो वेरी करती रहेंगी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर स्टेट बैंक इंटरेस्ट रेट बढ़ा देता है, देन इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट, देन इंस्टॉलमेंट बढ़ जाएगी. कभी कभी स्टेट बैंक इंटरेस्ट रेट कम कर देता है तो आपकी इंस्टॉलमेंट कम भी हो जाती है. ओके, so this is the type of credit sale. This is like a credit sale. Already we have done. So there are some important features of Murabaha mode of financing. The first feature of Murabaha mode of financing is that this mode of financing is riba-free interest rate. So in this mode of financing, the bank, the middleman, the intermediary cannot be compensated in addition to the terms of conditions of the contract. For example, if a buyer is late in the payment, then the bank cannot charge any penalty that he is late. That is not acceptable. If banks do this one, so this penalty will be like interest. But some banks, they charge penalties. Islamic banks charge penalties if the buyers are late. But they are negligent. जानबूझकर वो लेट करते हैं, then लेकिन वो पेनल्टी अपने पास नहीं रखेंगे. They will give this penalty on charity. So this mode of financing, the second feature, Murabaha mode of Murabaha transaction, this is based on trade. This is based on trade. Very clear trade. Actual buyer is bank, actual seller is bank, and the other partner is the buyer. That is not only a financing. Just ये financing ही नहीं है बेटा, ये trade भी है. That is first it is trade, then it is financing. Therefore, the bank must first bank possess will occupy, will take actual possession of the goods before selling it to the customer. Then he will possess the title, the good, then he will sell it out to the buyer. Okay. And now the third one. So Murabaha is also called cost plus financing. This is also we also say that Murabaha is a cost plus financing. Cost plus financing. And like a trade finance. Why we say this is a cost plus? Because the seller shows the cost of the goods and adds some profit. That is why we say it's a cost plus finance. That's the trade finance. So this contract involves the sale of an item on tap of the goods. And the fourth very important feature of Murabaha mode of financing is that the item, the good, the capital will be delivered immediately. And the price for the item, the price will be paid to the buyers, will be the price level that is the mutually agreed, that mutually agreed. So in this contract, the buyer, the seller will must share the actual cost of the item before the buyer at the time of sale. बताएगा उसको. This is the next feature of financing. But are looking very simple but very important. Murabaha is the form of trust sale. This is a trust sale. This is a cost plus financing. This is a trade financing. This is a Murabaha financing. This is a 459. Murabaha is a form of trust sale because the buyer must trust that the seller is showing the true cost of the goods. Then the seller adds, adds a specific profit margin that is known to the buyer, upon which both are agreed. So these are the very important features. Note, one very important note, which is very important to be discussed. So here, the amount of profits in this transaction is not a reward for the use of financial money. The important point here, the profit that is earned by the seller is not a reward for the use of financial money. Okay? जो बायर सेलर को प्रॉफिट दे रहा है वो मनी यूज की वजह से नहीं दे रहा. That is the profit on trade. In other words, financier cannot take money. A financier cannot take money if he does not perform any services other than the use of money for the transaction. The financier cannot take money, cannot take profit if he does not perform any services other than the use of money for the transaction. उसने सर्विसेज दी है, वो गुड बनवाई है वेंडर से. Okay, This is the services charges. It's the profit over goods. That's the type of trade. अगर बैंक कोई परफॉर्म एक्टिविटी नहीं करता, okay, then it looks like interest, but it is not possible. Mostly banks perform activity because they work to buy that item from third party. Then the next very important point is that 75% of Islamic bank financing activities are comprised by this mode of finance. In other words, Murabaha mode of financing consists of 75% Islamic bank financing. आज जो इस्लामिक बैंक फाइनेंसिंग एक्टिविटीज हो रही है उसमें जो मुराबा का शेयर 75% शेयर. So therefore, the reason is very clear. This is a cost plus financing. This is a risk-based financing. This is a type of trade. So that is why mostly the chances of profit are higher in this mode of finance. The reason is that why? Because here the bank is taking large risk. बैंक प्रॉफिट क्यों लेता है? Here the bank is taking a large risk, like for example, if the bank is selling one capital, then then the bank will evaluate the project. One thing very important. Again, one thing for all one. Here, two types of financing. First one is profit sharing, profit and loss sharing. The second one is this type of financing. This is a cost plus financing, like trade. अब इसमें कौन सी फाइनेंसिंग को बैंक प्रेफर करता है? बैंक प्रेफर करता है कॉस्ट प्लस फाइनेंसिंग, ट्रेड फाइनेंसिंग, ओके, क्रेडिट सेल को, मुराबा सेल को प्रेफर करता है. रीजन, जो प्रॉफिट लॉस शेयरिंग है, उस प्रॉफिट लॉस शेयरिंग में बैंक incurs the cost of evaluation. प्रॉफिट लॉस शेयरिंग में बैंक को लॉस के चांसेस ज्यादा है as compared to Murabaha contract. Sometimes project evaluations, further process में cost बढ़ जाती है, तो प्रॉफिट लॉस शेयरिंग में बैंक को चांसेस ज्यादा होते हैं, तो मोस्ट प्रोबेबली बैंक प्रेफर नहीं करता कि वो प्रॉफिट लॉस शेयरिंग मोड ऑफ फाइनेंसिंग यूज करे. इसलिए 75% financing activities in Islamic banking are exercised by the Islamic bank. Only 25% like profit loss sharing other activities are held by the bank. The reason is the chances of profits in Murabaha are greater than the other mode of financing, other profit loss sharing mode of financing. Okay. So here, this is the end of our chapter, very simple explanation. The next mode of financing. So here one thing very important. The second question I'm going to highlight for you. In what sense is Murabaha an asset-based mode of finance? The same, which one we discussed in the maybe in the last class we have done. The same answer over here. In what sense this is a equity based financing or money based financing? Very simple. This is equity based finance. The same answer is here. Money has no intrinsic value. This is not a compensation of money. मुराबा में जो प्रॉफिट है वो मनी की कंपनसेशन नहीं है जो बैंक ने इन्वेस्ट किया है कैपिटल बाय करने। जो प्रॉफिट है वो ट्रेड के लिए, क्योंकि बैंक ने वर्क किया है, वो कैपिटल बाय किया है के बाद सेल किया है। तो दिस इज नॉट अ कंपनसेशन ऑफ मनी। मनी हैज नो इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू, इट इज ओनली अ मीडियम ऑफ एक्सचेंज। So making money, so profit dealing through money, like bank, if bank earn profit as compensation of money, that is riba haram. So financing in Islam must be asset based or equity based. So any asset created must be intrinsically illiquid. Like it is like a trade. It is not making money from money. It is making money by trade. So Allah Almighty permitted trade and prohibited riba. The bank must buy real estate. The condition very important. The bank must buy real estate. Buy करने के बाद जो possess करे, मालिक बन जाए उसका, then the bank will sell out this item to the buyer. So as the banker is creating inventories, like bank keeps some capital in stock. So Murabaha is the asset-based financing, not money-based financing. Now we are going to continue next mode of financing. Hope we will finish the next mode of financing. You know, Ijara mode of financing, the same question is given in the Ijara mode of financing. In what sense is Ijara and equity-based financing the similar meaning? The similar answer you can put here. Money has no intrinsic value. Money is medium of exchange. So in Ijara is like a trade. Islam allowed, Quran allows trade and permitted and prohibited riba. This is answer. Answer is given in book. You can do by itself. I think there should be no issue. The next one is istisna mode of Islamic that we will discuss. That will also be discussed. But I will discuss in the next class because we have not much time. So now I'm going to close our lecture. So today we have done two mode of financing. Ijara mode of financing first. The second one is the Murabaha mode of financing. Both are mode of financing. Among these mode of financing are currently very famous, are exercised by Islamic banks like Al-Fula, like Nizam Islamic Bank. They finance the customers, the buyers with card. You can buy cards on leasing. You can buy cards by Jara Iktana. Which one is a finance leasing? You can buy all things by finance leasing or by Murabaha mode of finance. That is cost plus. So if you have any problem, you can ask question. Now I'm going to close our lecture.